to introduce the mentors to you. We have two mentors today. So one of them is taking a little bit time to join us. She will join shortly. So today we have with us Mr. Padmaraj Kesri, who is already joined. You can see him, and Ms. Shweta Gupta. So they are the mentors for the day, and their expertise is in design. And interacting with them from the INA unit is Dr. Amit Anjani. So let me first introduce you to both the mentors. So first I will start with Mr. Padmaraj Kesri because he's here now. So he's the founder of the label Padmaraj Kesri. The name of the label is Padmaraj Kesri. It is operating from Ahmedabad. And he initiated this project, Redenim, which he started in 2019 using waste denim pieces. And he creates designs out of that. So you must have seen that in his LinkedIn profiles if you search for them. And he's a knitwear design graduate from NIFT Bengaluru. He graduated in year 2013, and he followed it up with masters at NID Ahmedabad in 2018. He has also visited many foreign universities and worked there. So quite a lot of academic pursuance there. He has showcased his work at Lakme Fashion Week, Blender's Pride fashion tours, and Will's lifestyle debut in 2013, and many others actually. And earlier in his career, he has been the head of innovations. Yeah, so he's been the head of innovations at Shahi Exports at the knits division in Bengaluru. He has also worked with cooperatives in Leh called the Looms of Ladakh, training around 180 plus women artisans for livelihood. So that is about Mr. Padmaraj Kesri, and welcome, Padmaraj. It's a pleasure to have you. And our second mentor today is Ms. Shweta Gupta. And she is currently heading her venture, Wall Curry, which designs high-end bespoke and customized wall covering solutions equipped with digital printing solutions. And she's deeply involved in designing process at her venture. She's a graduate from NIFT Delhi from 2000 and completed her course in leather apparel design and technology. So that was way back in 2000, after which so at that time, she has also bagged the Best Academic Performance Award winner. She's that. And after that, she has interned in Apollo Leathers and has worked in Eastern Leathers. So initial career started with leather designing. And she's also managed social media marketing for Srihari Diagems, which is a Delhi-based jewelry firm who have been the jewelry partners for Bajirao, Mastani, and Houseful 4. So that's Ms. Shweta Gupta for you. Her 2 decades of experience in fashion, design, retail, brand management, and business development. Welcome, Shweta. And so those are the 2 mentors who are from design background who will be interacting with the students. And we also have today interacting with the mentors on behalf of the student, Dr. Amit Kumar Anjani. Dr. Anjani is the unit in charge for industry relations at NIFT HO. And he's also associate professor with the Department of Technology, NIFT Chennai. Welcome, Amit, sir. Now I would request you to kindly take the discussions forward.
Sure, Ranjani. Thank you very much, Ranjani, for wonderful introduction. So I again welcome Shweta and Padmaraj during this virtual interaction.
Thank you, sir.
So, let's start with the journey as a design professional, because both of you, I was discussing with Padmraj, like, how he started her career as a knitwear design student, and then after he moved to uh, uh, NID, and then after he's right now working for denim, denim company, Nandan Denim, which is the one of the largest denim manufacturer in India. And about the Sweta, definitely she did her LADT program, that is the leather apparel design. That time, during my time, I'm also alumni of NIFT. So that time it was the leather apparel design technology. Now we have LDT. So the journey is completely different. Now she has moved to Valkyrie. So it's, the journey will be, I feel like a lot of interesting journey you will have to share with now graduates who have just passed out, or the batch who is graduating now. So let's start with the journey as a design professional. I think Sweta or Padmuraj, you can start with your journey, and then after, either of you can start first, and then after, followed by another one. So either of you, can you start with your
Yeah.
journey, and you can tell that.
Okay, so Padmaraj,
I
you
think
can.
Sweta ma'am, you can start sharing.
Okay, I'll
Let's-
start.
Okay. Yeah. Let ladies start. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone, I am Shweta Gupta. I did my leather apparel design and technology in 2000 from NIFT, Delhi. And afterwards, I interned and I worked with Apollo Leathers and Eastern Leathers for around 2 years. I was with them. After that, I opened my bags unit with one of my friends. We ventured into a bags unit, which was a short-lived thing. But yes, we have small experiences to share from that period as well. After that, I joined Shri Hari Diagens. We moved into printing business, which was basically catering to digital advertising, large format digital advertising. In which I have, this is a new offering which I have started with this business of mine. So it's like right now, wall curry. We are designing wallpapers, and we are designing artworks and posters, artworks, canvases. Basically, it's gone. I'm gone from fashion, uh, from leather to jewelry. Jewelry, I managed their page for around 5 years. And I did jewelry designing also for them. It was a freelance thing which I was doing for them. Meanwhile, I was managing my printing unit, and from jewelry fashion, I've gone into interiors now. So that is it. That is what I'm doing right now, and it's a long journey which is going on, and I believe more design inputs I can give uh, to the business world. Yeah, Padmaraj, you can
Yeah,
start.
Padma.
Yeah. So similar journey. Studying knitwear helped me to understand like what is design from fiber to fashion. Like I was designing my fiber to get it knitted and making garment, getting the approval from buyer. I was catering very good buyers at that point of time at Shahi, and it was a good challenge that how to keep updating ourselves and giving new ideas to buyer and conversing the business. So they each, as a designer, it was quite responsible for me to work for not only for myself, also for the 10,000 workers working in the factory. So if I do good design, this can really help them. So during the journey, I learned three things, which was product, process, and people. So I was catering to all these things, and it was from the very line to the business that if we have a good product, so there is a good process involved, and this process required people. So we have to take care of the people to design good process, and these people with the good process will give good product. And that was something which was a USP that I have always, I respected people, respected product, and understanding the process of it. So as a mentor or as a industry expert, I can say to the student, you should always follow these three things, for these 3P: product, process, and people, and you will get good success in your career. design is something which is very personal to me. And yes, I also follow ethics and aesthetics. Where there is ethics, I follow my aesthetics. So this is something which I can share. And yeah, we can start some more questions. This is what I am.
So, Padmraj, I was going through your profile and I came to know that you have also did your exchange program in Swiss Textile College. So, can you talk something about that, your journey in Swiss Textile College? How was your journey from NIFT? I think you were there in NIFT during that time, fourth semester, if I'm
Yes,
not wrong.
so
Yeah.
yeah, this was I joined NIFT in 2009, and this was an opportunity during 2011 when I finished my first year in the department. And it was based on merit, and I was one of the selected student among thousands of. And it was a 21 days program and mutual uh, MOU between NIFT and STC, Swiss Textile College. It was a great learning, visiting a lot of factories and manufacturing, and understanding the quality standard of Switzerland, and what are the parameters, learning design, doing design project with the companies there. So it was great learning from there. At NIFT, we have learned a lot of things, and it was something which is little upgraded at how to think from the buyer's perspective. So that was something which added, and I tell you, this still add value to my profile whenever I talk about this. And Swiss is always compared for the best. So that is something is a good added advantage. And whosoever gets selected or whosoever want to, they must, if they can, go for an exchange program. This is something which NIFT offers to the student. So that's something is really required to have it in the profile.
Yeah, it was really great to know your journey, both of yours journey, because they have started from knitwear and then after you moved to denim, and Sweta has started from leather and then she has moved to Valkyrie for this interiors and all. So now, next question, I'm moving to the questions which are related to more about the fashion industry after knowing about your journey. The first question I want to ask in this particular section is basically what are the challenges you face working with the crafts sector? So if anybody of you can take it. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I've documented many crafts in India, and all this started with my cluster journey at Narsapuram. We did a lace park. We documented lace park, and we were two colleges, NIFT, Bangalore and Hyderabad. We all went for documenting the lace park, and we have come out with many products. So the initial challenges were the knowing the craft. So we've done good secondary research before going to the cluster. So whenever you go for a cluster, you should have a strong secondary research data done. If you do your secondary research, you will not find much difficulty interacting with the weavers or artisans. And this was something which was really
It's
good, that we went
17:45.
there and we started our primary data, collecting the information, documenting each artisans and what they have done, what is there in their archive, what was the original idea, how the motifs have modified into contemporary design. So these are the things that, and the challenge is, people and artisans, they don't want to share, they are very afraid, they want to hide this. So how good you are convincing to know and get into deeper and deeper of the craft, and then you try to implement and make it more beneficial for them. Or if you are designing some product, they should be also get convinced that yes, this product is going to work. Because these people have their mindset that they want to do 5% new, but they don't want to do a complete change in product. So yes, so these were the things that like at Les Park, they were never done color, they were always making white lace. So to convince them to do a colorful lace was a challenge for me. Second craft I documented was at Looms of Ladakh, that was in Leh. Here the challenge was the territory, like where I was like at a high altitude. Language was one of the issue, food was the issue. So but due to having varying travel zone, I have traveled so many places, so I have taken that as a challenge and worked for 6 months with 180 artisans. I started learning the local language and with them with the sign languages. This helped me. So we as a student or designer, we should not worry about the challenges. We should take that, we do a nice research, go to the center, work with them, understand them first, convince them. and then we work together. I was eating with them in their house. I was eating with them, so they need to be comfortable with you. So that's quite important, working with the artisan. So yeah.
Shweta, you have,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Over
So
to Shweta now.
crafts. India is a diverse nation, and it is full of art. And we need this art to come out. Like Amazon has started with a Amazon Karigar, I think, and they are promoting Indian craft.
Karigar, yes,
Yes,
Amazon.
Amazon Karigar. So I feel we should also because India is so full of craft, and I believe we need to market them. The main point is the craft is just lying with those artisans, and the marketing part is not there. We should there should be a medium so that we can show our craft to the whole world. It's like Amazon is a foreign company and they are doing it. So maybe I feel this is a very big venture. Amazon is something which is thousands of crores. So but at our level we can understand how things are done at their end, and the technology and the craft, we can mix both of them and showcase it to the world, so that it is beneficial for us as product developers, and it is beneficial for them. Because if I see in this current scenario, many of the craftspeople have lost their jobs because their products are not being sold. All the markets are closed. If I say the textile sector, the clothes are not being, the fabrics, the textiles are not being sold, so they are ready to sell them in very minimal prices, and it takes months to make one sari, if I say, and they are they are forced to sell it on a very meager price. So the thing lies, it should be, we should showcase them to the whole world, so that because in Indian rupees, if we see, the price is quite less, and if we see in sorry, quite high, and in dollars or maybe pounds, the price is very less according to the living standards of UK or USA. So a 5,000 rupees, maybe $100 dress is nothing for a American, but a $100 dress is quite some amount for a middle class Indian. So I believe they should be showcased to the whole world. Second, even I am thinking of getting wallpapers out of the kalamkari paintings which are done on textiles in Andhra Pradesh. So I'm working on that, and I believe that I can digitize that art and get it into large format wallpapers or large format printing, for that matter. So that is my viewpoint on it.
I think, Shweta, you have read my mind, because my next question is related to use and the importance of digital portfolio and resume, especially during this pandemic. So my first question is, a designer portfolio, how they should create more interesting, and how and what should be the content on the portfolio as a fresher, how to make it more dynamic. So it's more about the portfolio, where the students are
So
going to make the portfolio, and this is the high time for the students who is going to pass out next year in 2021. 2022 2022 batch is already ready with the portfolio. So the batch which is going to pass out next year, for them it's more interesting that how they can make their portfolio more dynamic, and how to make their even the resume more digital resume. So what advice, what are the things you want to share with the kids?
So I would like to say that since everyone is running sort of time, and at Digital World we have a screen that we like to see. So I have a suggestion that they should follow and work more on the good visuals, and how less is more working. We always talk about more is always more, but less is always more than more. So how less you communicate and you are delivering your entire process, people will love to see it and people will love to have some interest in that. Second thing I would like to suggest is, now everything is going digital. So once portfolio need to be really dynamic, people want somebody who has multi-talent. It's not that somebody is good at pattern making or somebody is good at sketching, somebody is good at concept development. People should be more dynamic in terms of delivering the whole concept from fiber to fashion, picking up the right fabric, doing right finishes, doing nice washes on the garment. If there is an embroidery, there are multiple embroidery options, there are multiple stitch options. If there is a print, there are multiple print options, whether it could go for printing, pigment printing, or any high-end printing or digital printing. So we all need to have, at NIFT we have many subjects, like we on an average 6 to 8 subjects per semester. We are not good at all subjects, and people are not expecting to be good at all the subjects. But if we can select 5 good projects that we can actually show it to the recruiter, he or she will be definitely getting impressed by it. Apart from it, whenever we get small holidays like summer holidays or winter, we must go for some kind of internship. At internship we get live project, and at NIFT at college, it is a classroom project where we work in a situation. But at internship, we work and directly delivering it to the customer. We know the customer, we know the standard of the brand. So I have this suggestion: people will be really keen in knowing where all you have worked, no matter it is online or it is a designer label or it is a retail house or export house. You should have at least 2 to 3 internship project. We have one cluster project. Cluster project will definitely help you to get into any kind of cluster related project, craft related project. Now DC Handicraft also has the opportunity to empanelment, where a designer from NIFT or NID can empanel, and they can get project from different states, handicraft offices. So that's also a quite interesting thing. Now at India right now, KVIC has a lot of opportunity sponsoring their project in new brand. Now Startup India is having a lot of good opportunity. So somewhere all these profile and portfolio will really help someone to project a better portfolio, a better profile. And this kind of time we are quite collaborative with many people. Like I am graduate collaborating with NIF. He has a good business idea, but your creative input can really help them to grow a new business. Or a IT professional collaborating with a FC student and doing a UI UX venture. So it is very important that one should have virtual as well as very dynamic portfolio, which can be projected and presented to multiple career options. So that is something at NIFT we have learned all this to how to do it, but somehow we don't manage time to make something more beautiful. But yes, if we can take out some time on a weekly basis, on weekend, we can definitely bring back a better portfolio and best visual representation of.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Shweta,
Hi.
yeah.
Okay. In this time of social distancing and isolation, there is a resume which has to be made digital and a portfolio which has to be made digital. So, if you are approaching a company, one you need to understand which area of expertise you want to show to that company. Like if you are good at graphics, or maybe you are good at content management, or maybe you are good at say animation. So you need to understand which company you are applying for and what is their need, and then you have to formulate a resume according to that company. You need to do a bit of a research on that company, and you need to in case of a resume, you need to understand where are the gaps which you can fill into that company. And then you need to the resume should be very clear, and not cluttered at all. So, in my opinion, there should be an introduction telling about your skill, and then the education, your awards, your extracurricular which you have done, the languages that you know, the skills. You have to load them with what the skills you have. Again and again, you have to boast of yourself. I may say that, like, I am good at this. I'm good at this. These are my skills. I'm good at Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, all the designing softwares. I am, how you can, you can value addition, what value addition you can give to that company. You have to show that company that value addition, and then they will hire you. So in that, it's like you have to, you need to write a letter, a cover letter, telling about yourself, telling about your story, about yourself, and how you intend to improvise the design process, if in case you are applying for a designing job. And for that, the company will definitely would want a portfolio from you. So that portfolio again should not be, it should be very clear what all you need to show. You need to understand what your speciality is, and then you need to show, you need to showcase that speciality in terms of design, in terms of projects. You can decide, like, maybe if you're good at designing bags, maybe, so you need to put up a collection on that portfolio. And it's like you need to showcase your work. You need to showcase whatever you have done for other companies in case you are changing over a job. So your portfolio should be very clear, and it should be very clear about the contact maybe in the form of an email, a LinkedIn contact, or a Twitter contact. Or if you are giving your Instagram link, I would suggest that please don't share your personal pictures on that Instagram page, because the company is only interested in your work, in your design, in your work, in your creativity. They are not interested who your friends are or what you do in your personal life. So I would suggest that make another page for the work account. Make another account for your work page. So that is it. Yeah, that.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So
I would like to add on, there are many
Yeah.
websites where you can publish your work. Like I have my profile on Behance.net. I have my profile on issue.com and Corofloat. And there are Adobe portfolios which are very reasonable, where you can buy your template for $5, $10. So it is a very good idea as a small investment in your career, that you can go ahead and buy a template and make your own URL with a very less maintenance of say 100 rupees a year. So there are many websites which are offering you free website, or you can buy some domain and keep it for, this is something which can really offer, so that you will have more visibility and a bigger window to cater to people. So, and there are a lot of design hungry people across the globe who are looking for young talents and young design ideas. So it is a good idea to also have a personal website at a very minimal price, and it will be with you for long. And you keep updating whenever you get a new portfolio done. So yeah.
Yes, I
Great.
would agree. I would agree to Padma. There are design hungry people. Because design is very specific to an individual. The design of one individual will never match with another one. So if in any case, if a designer also wants to hire you, they want to hire you because of your ideas, because of your design sensibilities, and which differs with every person. So there are many design hungry people out there like me.
Okay, thank you, Shweta and Padma, to giving a lot of insight about this particular designer portfolio as well as for the profile. So now, as an IFT, we are completely moving to digital mode. Already, we are in the digital mode. Either you talk about the online classes, you talk about the placements, Earlier, we used to have the all campus placement, which used to go for 10 days or 15 days time, starting from Delhi, Bangalore. Then we have Mumbai and so many other campuses was their seventh campus. So now in this year, due to pandemic, we are also completely moved to virtual mode, and the placements are happening in virtual mode where we are using this. And here the portfolio become very, very important for them. So normally they used to give their portfolio, or they have the link. They used to share the link of their portfolio, and which used to share with the company, and company used to go to easily. They can go through their portfolio either clicking on their link of that design portfolio link, or they used to share their portfolio as PDF or whichever the format. So my next question is for specifically for the seventh semester of which is the BDes seventh semester, and the MDes or masters, we have third semester students. For them, they have the internship is due for them, because summer internship due to pandemic, they could not able to go for the summer internship, and summer internship is due, and then after they have the GP and RP. So both the things are due for them. So my next question is basically dedicated to the batch of 2021 who is going to pass out in year 2021, that how they have to choose the right company for their internship or for their GP or their for RP. Any advice do you want to give them that how they can choose the right company for the internship or
Yeah,
GP?
I think by this time they will know they would know that which area they are to specialize in. I believe that when I finished my internship in seventh semester, I went for Arvind Retail, and I was no, yes, I have to work in a design house or retail house where I can actually see my product in the store. So that's something excited me. And during this internship, I also went to many export house to get my sampling done. So there I got really excited when I was knowing how the process of making a garment at the export house. So when I applied for my resume for my job, it was very clear that I have to go for a manufacturing setup for understanding the better product, and at the same time I can see the same product in a international retail house. So, and Sahib was something which was my first job, and that gave me enough exposure for 2 years. Then I will say the students should know, they do a brainstorming, okay, and they should know that how the things are linked to each other. They should also have a clear a roadmap for next 5 years in their career. Where do they see themselves? Like, I wanted to be something, I know how I have to go. If I have a plan, half the things is already done. So the proper planning with the mentors, with the teachers really helped me. Like, I got my mentorship done by my faculty at that point of time. Padma, you have to go to this company, stay for 3 years. That is something that you have to minimum stay, so that you can do 6 collection, so that you start learning the range, how a product development is done. And I'm really thankful to him that really helped me to be more successful and get more uh, career benefit. So at student level, they have to first identify if they can travel to different cities, or if they locally find a project which can excite them and they can involve themselves. If that is convincing them, if somebody is there in the 2-tier city or 3-tier cities, wherever, they can find a small manufacturing hub or boutique where they can actually work and first complete the process of internship. If they have an opportunity that they can travel back to a factory area or a factory, they can definitely go and do it. Currently, some of the factories are not allowing extra people to come in, so it is little tough. They can definitely connect us or connect industry to do a virtual internship, which is quite possible. They can be connected to their mentor, industry mentor and college mentor, time to time on call, take suggestion and keep improving in their work. So these are the suggestions that I can give. They can go for a virtual internship, or they can find some internship locally, which may be a small enterprise or maybe a small NGO or a boutique or a small manufacturing setup or something within a diameter where they can travel. So these are the things that I can suggest for them.
Shweta, your take on this?
Yeah. Okay. Choosing the right company for internship. Okay. So they need to decide first which area they want to move on with. Where do they see themselves 5 years from now, and what exactly they want to do in their future career. So they need to, like, if I say AD department, they are taught many things. They are taught leather also, woodwork also, jewelry also. So they need to finalize which area they want to go into. And then they need to choose a particular, from the list of companies, they need to choose which, okay, this is the company I want to go into. Then it is like they need to do a bit of research for that company. They need to realize what is the USP of the company, how they can impart, how can they be a value addition to that company, and what is the learning process they will get out of it. The main purpose is learning. Internship, the main purpose is learning. And in that learning, if you are offering that company something, so they will definitely hire you. If you are beneficial for that unit, for that company, if you do something worthwhile while you are learning, so that company will definitely come back and they will want to hire you. So that is my take on choosing for internship.
Okay, Sweta, I think my next question is more dedicated to you, because you are an entrepreneur and you can guide them more, more focused way, that when they should be ready for their own startup. How, if somebody is looking for, like, whether they should carry their profession as working with some of the company for certain period of time. What Padma was telling, like, 3 years or 4 years of a time, they should be there with the company, and they should gel with the company, they should understand with the company, they should develop their design collection with the company, and then after they should move for their own startup, or they should move for their own label. So what way you think about, what is your experience here in that particular case for the freshers?
Okay, yes, I would agree with Padma that yes, you need to, you need to stick with one company. What you want to do, basically, you need to stay with that company, because if you keep on jumping from one company to another, the learning process gets disturbed. So in my opinion also, you need to stay with that company, and you need to learn, and you need to whatever you can grasp from that company. Because I feel majority of the students who do design, they want to start up their own a unit or a company. They want their own startup to be there. So it is like a learning in the internship and in the job that you do. It's a learning process of designing as well as production and management. Basically, it's all combined. It's a combined thing which needs to be learned when you are in a company. So. Okay, so after the job, what I feel when you are ready for your new venture. So this is a very tricky thing, because you need to understand it's a risk taking that you're taking. If you are leaving a job which is paid at the month end, and you are getting into your own venture, so you need to understand that you might it's like 99% is that you will succeed, but 1% somehow you might get a backdrop. So you need to understand if you are if you are getting into bags, if you are deciding that, okay, I want to do bags, I want to do a range of bags. So you need to understand the gap which lies. What is your product offering? What new is your product offering the market? So you need to understand the gap. You need to do a research work first. Okay, so these are the companies, these would be my competitors, and this is how I will get into the market, and this is my new product, this is my new launch. So this is something which is unique to me. So if a buyer comes to me, he has something unique which is just unique to me, and I believe design is unique to every person. So, okay, so, the product development, you need a whole team for that. If you want to do a new venture, the first thing is design that you can do because you are a NIF graduate. Okay, second thing, you need investment in terms of machinery, in terms of people, in terms of hiring people, the right people. Uh, okay, and then second, the very, very important part is marketing. So you need to know digital marketing in this era. So that is a very important thing. In case if you are, you are opening with a website, you need to know how the SEO is done, and you need to know tidbits, because right now it's like it's a my company is also a startup which I started in July 2020. In the lockdown, I had this idea, and I was hovering over this idea for a year now. And in the lockdown, I just decided, okay, yes, I'm starting with this company, and I'm getting a website made. So now I am getting a website made. So there are many things which I'm learning now, which I feel when you're doing a job, you can just grasp as many things as you can, so that when you get into your own venture, it is like you have an idea. I'm not talking about coding, but yes, you need to have an idea, like this is the structure which goes into making a website, or maybe this is how I need to manage my Instagram or Facebook page. This is how I need to do the digital marketing. This is how I need to do the social, the SEO. So if I would say, if you want to get things done from people, you a little bit idea, you need to know how it is done beforehand, so that you can tell the person, okay, so do like this, do like this. That is what I feel. Okay, and the fourth thing is, you need to have, yeah, obviously the accounts department. You need to manage all the paperwork and the accounts department. So if you need to get into a venture, the first thing is design, then the production, then the marketing, very important, and then the design, the accounts and the paperwork and all the file work which goes into it. So if you are prepared, and you need to understand the viability of that business which you are starting. Like wallpapers, I started because I felt there is a gap in the Indian market, which is not being catered by the already existing players in this market. So I decided, okay, yes, I want to get into this business. That is my take on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Padma, do you have anything to say on this particular aspects?
I would just say that uh, when you start working, you always have a vertical growth in a company, that you join as a trainee, senior design, junior design, senior design.
Right.
But when you really want to have a startup, you should also have a vertical growth. Why vertical growth? I mean
It's
that
80-50.
you're a part of design team, but at the same time, you interact with other departments of your company. So you have a sourcing team, you have a merchandising team, marketing team, social media, digital media. There's a logistic team. There's a trim and sourcing team. So if you know these people, and these are the people who will be able to connect you with the local vendor, supplier. So create a very good network of people who can support in your business when you start something, and you can easily, it will become, the life will become so easy to have these contacts. And when you start, first of all, you have to identify where is the gap in the market. Once you know, yes, there is a gap in the market, you do a small trials. When you are getting success in trials, get it checked with your friends, family. Now once your product is really a hit by your family member and said, yes, I'm going good to go with this launch, maybe you can file for a patent, so that your design registration and all those things need to be really confirmed. Then you can probably pitch to a potential investor who can really help you sponsoring your idea. And with the help of the investor, probably they can give you a team who can really support your business, but your interest and your thing will be more restricted with the design. And At the same time that we really want to cater to become an entrepreneur. Yes, but you need to team up. We all are not good at everything. We may be very good in design, but maybe your friend is good with accounts, and maybe your friend is good with IT. So team up, make a team, and then launch something. It will become a very hit program. So that is something I would like to add on.
Good. Good to know about the, the you have given the direction on this particular aspects, and hopefully student will be benefited with this. So my next question is, as you, both of you have participated in many design competitions across the globe, why do you think that a designer participate and in this particular design competitions, and what value added in their profile? So what are the value additions they are getting once
So
they
I
are,
think this, yeah.
yeah, carry on, yeah.
So I think it's a quite we have like 4 year of college, and in this
Yeah.
4 year we learn certain thing, but somehow we don't used to relate that with a career option. Like say, I learned kids wear, I did men's wear, I did women's wear. But competition is something which can actually give an opportunity to really relate some project and some ideas of yours, which is little different from the masses. Like we are always a batch of 30 to 40 students, but you are participating, representing NIFT at a Wills Labor or Lakme Fashion Week. That means you are interacting with the industry who is full of creativity, and your creativity is getting featured. And this is giving you a complete different horizon where you are standing and everyone is praising your work. So to get more feedback about your work, what you have done, where this idea has come out, this competition are really helpful. And apart from participation, this is also giving you a lot of opportunity to interact with the industry. There's a few of my project were sponsored by a few companies where I participated. So this is something is to connect with people, connect with industry, get get mentorship done by industry people. So I can just quote an example. We did a project for Liva where one of my mentor helped me. We did for Lakme Fashion Week. We did a Woolmark runway. I was one of the finalists from the Wool Runway season 1. So at time I was having less idea about wool, but when I interacted with the competition, I got really excited, and I went for an entire graduation project in Pashmina and Merino and Indian wool. So this was a complete opening of the unconventional design practices, and gives you a better mileage in your portfolio when you have multiple. I can just number in my 10 years of career, 2009 till today, I participated in more than 100 fashion competition and bagged at least 50% of awards. I have all the titles. This was really helpful for me to interact people, senior. So every year, even if you target 4 to 5 competition, that 4 to 5 brand names are coming in your profile. So yes, this is something I say. And the journey is not ending there. Still, I'm in a job. I'm participating at many competition, WOW or Lexus Design Award, Startup India. So there are opportunities which are always and everywhere. So if you have that spirit, you will get better success and better visibility of your work in the market.
A great achievement, really, Ms. Padma, because you have more than 100 awards, 100 award competition you have gone, and more than 50% of the award you got. So it's really a great achievement. Moving to Sweta, if you can
Okay,
share something
wow,
on this. Yeah.
Padma, you are very talented.
Yeah.
So yes, you should definitely. This is an opportunity to connect with many more such designers, many more industry people. You are yes, you are you are getting mentored with the industry. So it's like you are upgrading. You are upgrading yourself every time you participate in a design competition. One competition you take, the second competition you are prepared. Okay, so this is the current trends. These are you are upgrading yourself with every competition that you are taking. So yes, it's a global opportunity. It's like you are showcasing your work to so many people in one go. Yes, definitely these competitions one should go for, and they should keep on searching if the competitions such competitions are available online, it's like the more competitions or the more design collections you make, the more ideas you get, you refine yourself more as a designer. So as a design, your design sensitivities increase, and with time you know where your gaps lie, and you can upgrade yourself, you can learn new things, and the gaps which you have in yourself, you can fill those gaps. uh, with these design competitions, you are showcasing your work to n number of people. So that is what I would like to say. Yes.
Great. Good to know this. So moving to the next question, this question after having the question on the entrepreneurship, like when they should start their own label or when they should start their own brand. Some of the students are looking for going for higher study. They want to pursue, go for masters or go for fellowship program and all. So how do you feel like that? When it is required, when at which junction of their, they should start go for master just after finishing their bachelor's, or they should stay in the industry for some time and then they should go for the masters, or they should go for a fellowship program. What do you think on this particular aspect?
Yeah, so
Either of you. Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
share about my journey, like, or I can just share in common.
Yeah.
4 years of NIF journey is quite a good time. Okay, and we need a small break entering into a second journey of college. So at least whatever we have learned in whatever we have learned in 4 years, we must go and see the final result, which is in industry. Let's say I did knitwear and I went to a knit company and I learned that yes, this whatever I have learning, it is actually getting implemented and the processes are there. So that is something which is a final result. Okay, till the graduation project, yes, we know everything is functional, but still there is a small confirmation left. No, I think job is better result giving, where your designs are getting selected by buyer or handpicked by buyer. So at least you can have a 1 year of bridge gap of working with the industry before you get into a master. At the same time, you have to also identify whether the degree, master degree is required, how much it is required, what are the reasons that you getting bored out of your job. Then there is something you need to discuss with your mentors, your teachers, and don't jump into that. Yes, you have less time and you want to do your master. Maybe you can work for 3 years and you have to decide which course is required. So suddenly what happens, somebody is studying TD and going back to learn TD again. So it is the same syllabus at two different colleges. So you have to identify what subject is required for your career upgradation. Like currently, I am enrolled in my PhD and I'm doing with green design on denim part. So I'm working on many kind of patent right now. Whatever I'm doing, I'm first getting the design registration done. Once my design registration is done, then I will apply for my paper and get it. I already been selected, but I'm just waiting for right time to start publishing my paper. So you need to give a break to go from one journey to another journey. So that is something which is required.
Shweta, your take on this?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I again agree with Padma. Yes, after doing your graduation, I feel you should work with the industry and understand what exactly the industry is looking for. You need to understand, you need to identify which area you need to upgrade yourself, which area you need to work on. Like, I would say, like, if you are getting into an industry, okay, again, I'll take an example, maybe bags industry. So after that, you need to understand which area you want to again you need to identify which area again, because it's an ongoing process. With me it was, I stepped from leather to jewelry and now interiors. So I feel design is something which can be incorporated into any product. So when I got into jewelry and I did social marketing, so I did a research and I upgraded myself with a few courses on digital marketing. So once you are going from NIFT, you need to do a job and you need to identify the area of learning and expertise that you are looking at, and then you can go for a master's thing.
Great, great to know this. This is the last question what I'm going to ask for this particular virtual interaction session. And the question is basically about the horizontal and vertical growth of a designer working with a design studio in India. So what is the horizontal and vertical growth? Do you feel like a designer working with a design studio in India? And how someone can move from one design expertise to others, especially while they are working. So somebody is working and then after they want to move from one expertise to another expertise. So what the suggestion you are giving, and what is the vertical and horizontal growth if they are working in a design studio? So either of you
So
can
as
take
I mentioned, as I mentioned about when we have to start our own brand. So by horizontal career means that we are at a position in a company working as a designer. At the same time, there are multiple departments running the business. Okay, starting from the security, logistic, merchandising, marketing, sourcing. So we have to equally gaining the growth from learning from each company. Okay, each department. Sorry. So like, what is the role of sourcing? What is the role of licensing and certification? Or what is the role of merchandising? What is the role of product team? What is the role of fabric team? What is the role of fiber team? So once we have all these ideas, so we are actually growing horizontally at our level. And at the same time, learning this, we are moving ahead and becoming, acquiring the higher position in design. So right now, at this point of time, I'm responsible for each fiber being purchased or each fiber being introduced or each blend of fiber being introduced. Although it's not my thing, but I know how what is the new trend, what is the new marking. So this is the team of design we are working, where we are starting from the scratch from fiber, then making a good fabric, getting the good finish, getting, right now the demand is antiviral or antibacterial. We are finding a good chemical or a treatment which can be given on the fabric, and then making a nice product which is pocket friendly for Indian market, because the country is facing financial crisis. How to fit everything into a good price bracket so that a consumer can buy that. So it is not only a role of designer to design a cloth, also to cater to these factor and address and giving us design solution which justify the need of the market.
Shweta?
Yeah, okay. So in my opinion, right now, whoever is looking for a job, they want to, it's their first job or maybe it's an internship. The first and foremost thing is learning. They need to understand what I can learn from that institute or company which I'm joining. And they need to identify and learn their area of interest. So horizontal, the growth is horizontal. They don't need to understand it's a horizontal or a vertical growth, because vertical will happen in course of time. So you don't need to see, okay, this is an horizontal growth, so let me change over to another company. I would say, you need to learn every aspect of that company. You need to understand, okay, so I see myself maybe in 5 years from now, I want to go from a junior designer to a senior designer, or maybe from a senior designer to a merchandiser, or maybe from a merchandiser to the manager of the whole company, or whatever. So they need to give their 100% to whichever firm they are getting into. They need to understand that it is the learning after NIFT. It is learning which is going to happen. It is, they don't need to worry about vertical growth or horizontal growth. In my opinion, I would say that.
Uh, I have to take one last question. Already the questions are over, sessions are over, but one question has been come in chat box, and the question is related to the mentoring. Because one student, her name is Shivani Chaudhary, she has asked the question that what is the importance of mentoring, and what should be the frequency of mentoring, in the whether it's a institute mentoring or industry mentoring. So she wants to know that what should be the frequency of mentoring, and how important or how important this mentoring should be or is?
See, I would say when we are at home, we are getting monitored and mentored by our parents time to time whenever we do good or bad. So there's no limit to the mentoring. And we are currently at NIFT We are quite blessed with very good mentors and very seniors from the industry. Maybe at this level, I need mentoring from my senior, whether to go this, go ahead, or how to interact or how to collaborate. So there is no end to a mentoring session. But yes, somehow we keep growing, and we keep growing and learning from different people. When we see the journey of different people, we read a lot of autobiography, or we read a lot of things, and we try to be one of them. We all have a hero, and this hero we'd like to follow. So similar way, mentor, we all have beautiful mentor. I have so many beautiful mentor who mentored me very timely, whether it was my first job, or whether it was my first internship, whether it was my first runway show at FDCI, or anything. And their small tips have actually changed the whole perception of the going ahead in that direction. So I would say a few days back, I was in a situation I needed mentoring, and I contacted my senior what to go, how to go ahead with it. And with the help of this, yes, I am settled well with the current scenario. uh, During the pandemic situation were very bad, and few senior member and alumni, all these people, we can seen the how the market is shaping, and its market is sinking, and the opportunity of design and fashion is in danger. And they created this and started how this can be resolved. And then there was a formation of NIFT We Care, and we all are connected and discussing about it. So this is something that I would say, there's no limit to mentoring. Whenever you need, we are there for you. Just knock. There will be somebody who can guide you. I have a very good mentor who is Shweta.
Shweta, yeah.
Okay, so mentoring. Yes, we learn our whole life. The learning process is on the whole life, and you need some mentor who can guide you if you are going on the diverted path. Maybe if they can just guide you. Okay, do like this. This will have this result. Because since mentors, my seniors, mentors, other mentors, they are experienced people. They know how the industry works. They have worked for the industry for more than 2 decades. They know what are the current trends in the market. They know what is going on. If you are going into if you are getting into designing with some senior designer, maybe if I say Sabyasachi, if I say, who's also a NIFT alumni. So it is a set of thought processes, a set of ideas, a set of um, uh, uh, leadership which they have acquired over the years, which they can guide you with. In case if you are looking for a new venture of your own, or for your own upgradation, for your own upliftment. So you need a mentor every time or in your whole life, I believe. So that is my take on it. Yeah.
No, I definitely, mentor is very, very important to the growth of the whole career path and to grow further. I have also the mentor. I have the mentor in my institute when I was in NIFT as a student. I have still the mentor in my NIFT now as a faculty. So some of the mentors who used to guide me on a regular basis or time to time whenever is required. So definitely mentoring is very, very important, and the frequency also is required to mentor the and then that's why NIFT has the mentoring session also. Like we have the mentoring session, we have allocated for every student. We have the mentors, faculty mentor who has allocated, and that faculty mentor would be knowing about that each and every student personally, that how what are the requirements, how they have to grow from first semester to the eighth semester for bachelor's, and for first semester to fourth semester for the masters. So this is already inculcated in an FT, and we have already new curriculum is in place. So a lot of changes has happened in this particular new curriculum and mentoring thing. in NIFT level, and definitely NIFT VKR team definitely is always a pillar to support these kids, who is going to pass out, next year and who is already passed out this year. So definitely it will be a wonderful opportunity for them to, even they can discuss with both of you also, because having a vast experience and you have shared your experience right now in front of them. So it was very interactive session, lovely interaction we had for last 1 hour. And I'm now moving to, Miss Ranjani ji for wind up and give the vote of thanks to the whole discussion.
I would like to
Padma,
add on something. So I would like to give some numbers that when they started NIFT VKR till now, there are a lot of mentorship guidance happening from all the senior member and alumni from industry, and these industry leaders who are the head of country manager or country head. They all are spending good time with the student. To give number, there are more than 500 to 800 students. I'm giving the 500 to 800 students who are mentored and got mentoring session by these seniors, and on an average 80 to 90 hours per week these people are spending with the student. So and yes, there is a requirement and there is a guidance required, there is a mentoring required, there is a parenting required. And trust me guys, just open up and discuss with us. We are there. And thanks to NIFT VKR team and the team members who are continuously working hard for this. So yes, NIFT VKR, we are there.
Yes, even I want to add, it's like this organization, NIFT VKR, our seniors who are putting in so much of effort. I thank them for this effort that they are, this such a kind gesture which they have extended towards the new NIFT graduates and the upcoming graduates. So I would thank all the team, all the Miss Ranjini, Dr. Amit, and all the other team members which are, taking out time for this mentor program. So I would like to thank all of them.
Great. So over to Ms. Ranjani to wind up the whole discussion and then give the vote of thanks.
Both the mentors have done half the thanking job. But anyway, it is my pleasure to do this again. So on behalf of the Unit of Industry and Alumni Affairs, it is a real pleasure from my side to convey our thanks to both the mentors, Ms. Shweta, Mr. Padmaraj. Thank you for the insightful discussions that we had. Thank you, Dr. Amit, for channeling this discussion so well, for your questions and continuous interactions.
Thank you.
And we are also grateful to the team NIFT VKR, all the angels there. Thank you for all the help and support that we are getting. And the leadership at NIFT, respected Director General NIFT, Shri Shantmanu, the respected Dean, Ma'am, Professor Dr. Vandana Naran, our respected Head of Industry and Alumni Affairs, Professor Dr. Raghuram Jayaraman. Thank you, team leadership at NIFT, for their encouragements and all the supports that we are getting. Thank you so much for that. A special thanks to Mr. Birendra, who is our webmaster, sits at NIFT HO, helps us with his continuous support in setting up these sessions every Saturday. And thank you all the students for joining us for these mentoring sessions every Saturday. With that, we come to the end of this session. Thank you and good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.